Hey, it's Colio playing Suikoden 3. God, and a bus shows up right when I start. It's really annoying. You know what? Screw it. I've already done this a couple times because I kept muting my mic on accident. Anyway, we're at the mountain pass. We're gonna be training up. I'm just gonna show off a couple of the monsters. Though this is one we've already seen in the last video, but yeah, I'm gonna show off a couple of the monsters and then I'll just do some skipping in the video. Because it's just going to be me leveling this party up. I think they're pretty underwhelming at the moment. And I think in this game it's even more important than in the last couple that you do a little bit of grinding. Especially when it comes to the big battleground fights where everybody's stats and equipment kind of comes into play. I'm just going to mute for a little bit. Okay, that bus finally left, so the dogs will shut up. And we keep finding these yellows. I don't even know what that stands for. SVIR? Severe? I don't know what that stands for. It's been shortened from something. And when we're training here, it'll get to a point where the experience we get on this party becomes extremely little. Like they'll get like 5 experience or something, which is ridiculous for actually leveling up any stronger. This game like caps out really quickly. But you do always get the same amount of skill points, which is really useful right now. And there's a salamander. Cool. But yeah, you do get the same amount of skill points, and that's what I'm mostly going to be farming for, is to get lots of skill points and level our skills up, which is going to make a huge difference in just how strong this party can get, as opposed to just normal levels. The levels just kind of go, you'll get as you continue in the game. But I think the skills is something that's easy to fall behind on, and equipment. And I poisoned the salamander. There's actually a better method of fighting these. It's just using the group's formation attack. Can usually almost kill it, if not always kill it. Of course, training here is not the best in the fact that it's pretty far away from any sort of inn, and we've only got a limited amount of healing based on just what items we happen to be able to pick up and Ayla's shield rune. That's really all we got. Yeah, and as you can see, we've only got 2 more medicine D, and then that's it as far as the items. I think the monster encounter rate in this area is pretty low. After running through a couple other places, I kind of realized that it takes a little while to actually get in a fight in this area. Even though I think this is the best place as far as training is concerned. But really, once you get kind of to that experience cap, after that you're just farming skill points, and it doesn't matter if it's a lower level monster. Like, yeah, you'll get a few less skill points, but the battles will go way faster and you'll take a lot less damage, so it might be beneficial just to go to a lesser level area to train. Is the laser eyes? Devil eyes, something like that. There you go. Devil eyes. Can't help but think, what if the camera's actually got a man behind it and he's just constantly watching us run in circles? But he has to film it. So Chan-Chans, these are actually really annoying and one of the harder fights in this area. They tend to always kill somebody. At least here in the beginning. I was looking at Double Tusk, which isn't that effective, but their formation attack will hit them all, so that's a good way to go. I'm just hitting them with a lot of AoE, which I actually don't think is the best approach. I think it's better to just try and kill off one or two of them in the first turn, and that actually kind of slowed us down. It only did like 1 damage to a bunch of them. If not all. It's hard to take it all in. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, but I think they just do so much damage to so many of them. Yeah, they drop Ace and Joker. I mean, Ace and Geddoe. No? Okay, I'm way off still. Queen and Geddoe on the first turn. And yeah, we're in a pretty bad spot. Like, we haven't killed anything yet. And I'm looking at all these other spells that he's got. Most of them take 2 turns as well. And he's supposed to be more of a mage type character. I'm pretty sure that Ishin attack is the same one that was used by Zamza in Suikoden 2. And they kind of had the same fighting style, so that's what makes me think that they're very similar. I'm basically just looking for a way to survive this fight. Ace doesn't seem to take much damage. I don't know why that is. You think he wouldn't be as armored as the others. Might could be because he's got a bit of a level advantage. Or maybe he's got better gear. I think I was trying to buff our armor a bit. For defenses. But we're down to one, so. Oh no, okay, I healed us. This is the great blessing. That's kind of a waste. Because I have no way to heal Ace and Geddoe. Not Ace. Queen and Geddoe now. Without using that ability again. Oh, but I just picked up some medicine D, so that helps. It looks like I just decided to go find an inn. Rest and heal up. Let's stop by Karaya Village, because I want to see what happens if you go there again. And you just come back to the site overlook. No, I haven't healed either of those two, so one attack and they'll die. We come across a rare encounter. The Troll Dragon. Which apparently is a delicacy, believe it or not. How good that would taste. At least the troll part of it. Big thing in this fight is just stopping it from casting its spells like that. Stop chanting. So it doesn't get its magic off. And it got poisoned. So not too bad. Still didn't stop it. But I think that did it right there. That or it took 2 turns for it to get it off. No, I think she did stop it. Pretty easy fight. That's actually worth quite a bit of money. It's like 10,000, more than that. That like doubled our funds. I pick up some screws here. I can use those on Gadget. If you remember, he's in Brass Castle. She said she was missing a screw, and I think that's why you can find them on the boss or the enemies that are just right outside the castle. So I go to Brass Castle. I'm looking for an inn, but there's not going to be one here. Well, there is one here, but there's a reason I can't go here. But I can still use some of the stores. I don't want to spend any money until I actually find the inn. But here's Belle. I can't believe it. Just one screw missing. But she won't take a screw right yet. And better not start anything with that knight. Things could get out of hand. So because we had that altercation with Boris, we can't go into Brass Castle right yet. But we can go in either places to the sides of it, so I guess I decided to hit the blacksmith. I think I'll stop at just level 7 for everybody. Chief's orders, no humans are permitted inside. It's still too soon to let down our guard. The Great Hollow's got a inn we can use, and it's actually the closest one to where I was. It's kind of distant, actually. But there's Grinds. So this is where a lot of them retreated to. Lucy, my boy was killed when Karaya was attacked, but I still hope that he'll come home at any moment now. So she knows about Lulu. I've been thinking about various ways of rebuilding the village, but we can't do anything until the situation improves. So, I'm pretty sure we have a good idea that Hugo is going to head this direction in his next chapter. There's a castle between Zexen and Grassland. No matter what group you belong to, you can open a store. I'd like to go there. I haven't found the courage to go back to Karaya Village. You know, I went back there to Karaya Village after it was over, and it was man, I can't describe it. It's really gloomy and chilly. It's funny, I think they use that as a joke, that the lizardmen kind of like gloomy, chilly spots, and it's not really your typical, you know, what you want in an inn. But honestly, I think that sounds great. As long as it's got a soft bed, gloomy and chilly, that works for me. And I come up here to see if there's anything that's changed as far as these guys. If they have anything else to say. It's all the same. But I talked to this guy. I got this from someone. You can have it if you like. It's someone I just never talked to before. It gives us Sunbeam. Which is pretty cool. It's heals HP by walking and 15 HP each combat turn. So it's like the regeneration run. Very cool. I think the main point of this is just to show the entire process that I'm going to be doing as I'm training later. So it'll be me training at the mountain pass, and as soon as I'm about dead out of magic, I'll come up back here, rinse and repeat. Though I only do it like once or twice because I can do quite a bit of training without ever having to return back to the inn. And this is probably where I skipped to it. Yep. So, we're now about level 30, so 32, 33? Yeah. I think Geddoe and Queen died quite a bit. Like, every time I fought them moth things, Chon-Chons, whatever they're called, they tend to kill Geddoe and Queen like every fight until they get a little stronger. I have farmed up to about 600 skill points on everybody, which in the end that's basically all I was farming. Like, I'm not getting any more experience from fighting down there. And I picked up a fire run from a fight, which I don't even think I'll end up using because we've already got some other fire. I kind of had the effect that the fire rune wasn't quite as good just because it can target your allies, but I don't think that's necessarily true because as long as you target the enemies before your allies run into the range, I don't think they get hit. Either that or as long as they've got enough movement to run out, they'll just run out and not get hit. I don't know which one of them it is. It's kind of hard to test, but I think they just run out because they weren't in the target to begin with. And I've got a lot more money. I'm gonna upgrade everybody's weapon pretty much as far as I can go. Yeah, level 8's the size I can take it. It actually says at the top there, I can modify to level 8. I think there's a blacksmith somewhere that can take us higher than this. Oh, the weapons, he's got the geese, the iron bow gun, the milan. So the name's changed. Like, that's kind of weird. Maybe he's picked another girl. The black gold, the Luna Crusader. I just don't know how to say it. And the Dana de Top. Dana. And I think the big thing that I'm going for now is magic. It seems a little odd, but if I can get all the characters that use magic, get their magic levels higher, they'll actually be able to use magic. Like right now they really can't even use it. It's pretty useless because all the good spells, it takes them too long to get it off and it usually gets cancelled before then. So getting the levels and the skill is going to allow them to actually use that magic effectively, and it's going to make a huge difference in the battles. So I go where the only tutor is right now. I gotta go through Yazapline. It's in Brass Castle is the tutor, but you have to go, because I can't run through Brass Castle, I have to run to the other side of it. But I'm gonna level Geddoe and Joker's magic. And this is the hers is a little less. It's nice to have a healing off fast, but oh, when I get to it. But that healing is usually used outside of combat anyways. I don't know how long I was training there, but I think it was probably a good hour or two. Sometimes I just get in a good mood to where all I want to do is grind, and heck, I can do it for a little while. And I had one of those kind of moods when I was playing that day. This is the wrong store, but this is Jenny, she's got some guns. Can look at new stuff. Titan, 2-handed sword user. Viper, which can you use it? There's a 1/3 chance for death blow, which sounds pretty good, except for it's not a passive effect. I thought it was a passive effect, just based on the way it looks right now. But you actually have to use it, and then it's like, okay, you use an ability, you might kill the monster immediately, but it's not going to work on bosses, and it's really not worth it. And it, you know, if it doesn't kill it, then you kind of just wasted her time. I'm looking at these two, but I don't really want to use them on anybody. The Sunbeam's nice, but I think there's better characters for it. I really want a character that's got all that intrigue. I can make the most out of it, and it's going to be taking a lot of damage. learning it. Who's actually got open spots. I think I've decided that Queen's got an open spot, so I'm getting one for her. But I want somebody on this group to have a water room, so we have additional healing. But sadly, Jim doesn't sell that. Still kind of shows it. That one says it does damage, and that's maybe why I was thinking that it's not actually a skill you have to use in combat, but it's just something passive. Like if she had like a 1/3 chance to always kill something, or possibly kill something, that would have been really cool. It would have made it like, yeah, it's definitely normal. But I guess that's a pretty high percent too. So, lightning magic. Just gonna pump that up. All these hard-earned skill points going into something he doesn't really use that often. Though he will now that I can actually use the abilities before we even get into a fight. Or, you know, before anybody gets to move. Once it reaches like B, it starts getting into B+, A+, all the way up to S. But it's also kind of based on proficiency, how high they can go. His high, he can only get to A, even being at fairly good match. About all of their skill points, and getting that as high as it'll go. And that's not just speed, but it's also how strong it is. It's going to make our magic quite a lot more potent. And I'm just thinking, is there anybody else's magic that I really want to buff up? Like on her? I think I prefer shield magic over this, at least early on. Magic will be better once we start having like really long boss battles where you can really take advantage of the buffing, but early on it's not as good. I think I just says correct. Buffing. We're pretty close. B+ on both. And of course, him being primarily a mage, we're looking at what all he can use. He's actually very good at anything other than fire. Shows that it's pretty cool that there are less people who can get to an S or be basically a master at a skill, and it makes it a little more unique. But I think that's about the end of the videos. Thanks for watching, guys.